going on, motherfuckers? I'm back on the IWWS channel. And, I don't know, last night, a couple nights ago, I was watching the Off the Rope show. I was, they're on YouTube, check them out. I was watching, random ass WrestleMania reviews, and I was watching the WM17 review they did. And I was kind of shocked, and I was like, what the fuck, why are they were ranting, not ranting, but they were criticizing the main event, The Rock and Stone Cold, the match. They were saying how shitty it was, and I was like, what the fuck, that's like one of my favorite matches ever, if not the, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, why are they criticizing a classic match, in my opinion? And then they weren't really criticizing the match, they were criticizing the aftermath of it and what, caused it. And after the video ended, I had to agree, you know what I'm saying? After Stone Cold beat the Rock, at Mania, and he shook hands with, with Vince McMahon, that was like the end of the Attitude Era. When he shook hands with Vince McMahon, soon as both hands touched, that was the end of the Attitude Era. Why? Because Stone Cold Steve Austin versus Vince McMahon was the top feud in the Attitude Era. There is no arguing. You can't say DX and you can't say The Rock and Austin. You can't say The Rock and Triple H, or Taker or Kane. No. Austin and McMahon could have easily main evented a WrestleMania. Easily. That was the top feud of the Attitude Era. And when they, shook hands, it's like, well, all these years of them going back and forth and hating each other and the corporation and all that shit and the bear bath and, and fucking up his Corvette and, all this shit, all that was literally for no reason. If you're gonna do this shit to, you're gonna do this shit to us, you know what I'm saying? And as a kid, I was an Austin mark, so anything Austin did, it went well, you know what I'm saying? I really didn't give a fuck. When I was watching live, WrestleMania 17 live, I was like 9 years old. I didn't care. I was an Austin mark. If he was a bad guy, so be it. I'm still supporting Austin. You know what I'm saying? And I could see why Vince did it, because I guess maybe he thought, the Stone Cold character was getting stale, but that's not the case, because he just came back from neck surgery. He was just as over as The Rock. He was, at 17, he was over. He was more over than The Rock, I guess, because that was his hometown. But regardless, or his home state. But regardless, the Stone Cold gimmick could have ran at least another year. I think he could have held that title, throughout the summer, and I think that Austin gimmick could have lasted for another year. You know what I'm saying? Don't squeeze too much out of it. But I think they did it too soon. I think McMahon was... See, think about McMahon. He was trying his best to try to recreate, the NWO. And... Well, not recreate, but create something shocking like that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it wasn't forgettable, but it didn't change nothing. Like, Stone Cold betraying everybody and joining McMahon didn't really change anything. It was just... that was weird, you know what I'm saying? Like, it didn't really change, it didn't change nothing the way he wanted it. And it was just a regular heel turn that was not necessary. It was not called for. He won the title, had nobody to feud with. The Rock was out the door and all that shit. You know what I'm saying? Him and Triple H teamed up. I don't know why, but they did. You know what I'm saying? And it was a fail. It was a big fail. And I don't think it was a good move. I mean, it was... I know McMahon needed some shock value, you know what I'm saying? I know he wanted some shock value. I know he wanted to make that WrestleMania seem more memorable. I know that. But, in the aftermath, there was no point. You know what I'm saying? Because he turned heel, and then for a few months, then turned face, and then went heel again. So it was like, you could tell they really had, during this little post-Attitude Era, they really didn't know what the fuck they were doing. They were trying to run Austin out the way and the invasion angle and all this shit. It was not a good time for wrestling. It wasn't a good time at all. Like, it wasn't really a good time in my opinion. And it just wasn't, you know what I'm saying? I compare this, trust me, I'm not comparing CM Punk and Austin at all. But I compare this heel turn to when CM Punk clotheslined The Rock at Raw 2000. Raw 1000. It was a heel turn that was uncalled for. he turned heel, but who really gives a fuck? Like right now, I don't see any marks talking about CM Punk heel turn and all this shit. It wasn't called for. It wasn't needed. That heel turn is forgettable. It wasn't needed. If you're gonna do a heel turn, do it right. I understand what Vince was trying to do, but it just didn't work. Like, you know, it just wasn't a good feeling. You know what I'm saying? It just didn't work. It wasn't natural. You know, you could tell. You know, you could tell they wanted to do it because Austin said he wanted to turn heel, but the crowd, man, Austin is on another level when it comes to crowds, to the point where he can say, fuck niggas, fuck crackers, fuck wetbacks, fuck spicks. He can be racist as hell, but every week, them niggas, them spicks, them crackers is gonna be cheering his ass. He's on that elite status, man. Motherfuckers like him can't turn heel. The Rock can't turn heel. Taker can't turn heel. You know what I'm saying? So give me your thoughts down below on how you feel about the Austin heel turn in 2001 at WrestleMania 17. Did you think it was a good heel turn, or it was a weak heel turn? I think overall it was bad, but it had good intentions. If you had more people to feud with, it would have been pretty good, maybe. You know what I'm saying? But overall, it didn't work out. And I kind of went, and that really led to the downfall of Stone Cold Steve Austin, unfortunately. Anyway, subscribe to my page, link down below, and comment below, and subscribe to the fucking page, and I'll try to put the Facebook link down below. I don't know if we still have the Facebook, I don't know, but if we do, I'll put it down below, and the Twitter and all that shit. Check us out at WWS Style, motherfuckers. Peace out.